Seems like the list of actors who have expressed interest in James Gunn's DCU grows ever longer, and this one's no different as Brandon Sklenar has expressed his interest in playing Batman. I know in all the fan castings, he's one of the favorites, and there's been a lot of fan art that's been done with him in it, and apparently he's seen it and he likes it. While on a press tour to promote the show 1923, he was asked about playing Batman, and he admitted that Batman has been his favorite comic book character since he was a child, and it's been a forever dream of his to play Batman. And then he goes on to say that that's not something you want to say too much. Now, I'm not sure why that's something you wouldn't want to say too much. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who want to play Batman, who would love to play Batman, and who would openly admit to playing Batman. But I would love that, but I'm not an actor, and, I don't look too much like Bruce Wayne. Probably don't sound too much like Batman either. But anyway, he says he has seen the fan art and that he's liked it, and his words, "This kind of makes sense. It makes a lot of sense." And then he also says, quote, "I think I would crush that role, and I'd love to do it if it ever happens. I'd love to do it." And I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen Brandon Sklenar in anything really. I don't think I've ever seen any of his I don't watch 1923. I never really got into Yellowstone, so, obviously the prequels don't really, appeal to me that much, and I haven't seen him in anything else he's done, but I have watched clips of him before I did this episode. I wanted to watch some clips of him to get an idea of him as an actor, and some of the clips I saw, I think he's right. I think he'd crush it as Batman. Now, I didn't see too much that led me to believe that he would be a good Bruce Wayne. Now, I'm not saying that he wouldn't be. I don't know him that well as an actor, but based on the clips I saw, I think he would do a really good job as Batman. And I know it's very hard for actors to both get Batman and Bruce Wayne down, but based on what I saw, I wouldn't hate it if Brandon Sklenar was cast as Batman. And I know he's the third actor I've said in the episodes I've done where I've talked about this. I know I mentioned Jensen Ackles. I did a video about Scott Eastwood, interested in playing the character, and now Brandon Sklenar. They all three seem like really good choices. I'm starting to think, based on what James Gunn has said about the DCU, that Jensen Ackles might be a little too old. I think they're going to try to go with younger versions of these characters. I did see one article that said, there might have been a social media post, and you know how those are, the social media posts. It said that they're going for an older Batman. He's going to be much older. And no, we don't want that. I want a Batman. Well, I don't want that. I know there's probably a lot of people out there who don't want that either. I don't want an old, aging Batman who can't do anything. I want a Batman in his prime. And I said this with the DCEU because they went with an older Batman, but that turned out to be great because Ben Affleck did definitely crush that role. But if you're going to have Superman in his 30s, and you're gonna have all the rest of the Justice League and the heroes around there. Now, I know they're going much older with Hal Jordan, which I don't like at all because, and this is my point here, I want all the heroes to be in their prime, like we see them in the comics. I want them all to be together in their prime, around the same age, physically fit, not me looking at somebody going, "How is he even moving like that without special effects? He's much too old." I want them all to be younger. I want them all to be in their prime. Now, I'm not saying he can't be in his 40s. There's plenty of people in their 40s who move just fine, and I'm sure Bruce Wayne stays in good enough shape that even in his 40s, he would be well equipped to go out and fight crime every night. But, you know, 30s definitely would be good, early 40s, maybe even mid 40s. But unfortunately, I think Jensen Ackles is a little too old for Batman at this point in time. I think he would have done a great job anyway, but that's just it's just how it goes. I think, based on what I've heard, that they're going for a little younger. And, I think Scott Eastwood would be a good choice. I think Brandon Sklenar would be a good choice, man, especially seeing him in those clips. I think he would be a really good Batman. The voice, he already kind of has the voice down. So I think it would be good. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, it seems like actors are lining up for roles in the DCU, and Batman is amongst the favorites of people who want to play him and interested in playing him. And Brandon Sklenar has added his name, and he's seen the fan art. He loves it. He thinks he'd crush the role. And honestly, I would. Last thing here, honestly, I would like to see someone who loves the character play the character, kinda like Henry Cavill with Superman, kinda like Ben Affleck with Batman. They lifelong fans of those characters because they bring that extra passion to the character and to the role, and you would know, like, if I ever got a chance to play one of my favorite characters, I'd be excited. I would want to do the best I could, not saying that if they got somebody who knew nothing about Batman, not saying that they wouldn't try their best and do their best, but they just bring that little extra, I don't know, desire, I guess is the right word, than the want to. And the knowledge of the character that they would have being a lifelong fan, I think that all of that would tie in to just make them better equipped for that role than someone who knows a little less about the character, who knows nothing at all about the character. But that's just my personal opinion. We'll see what happens. I'm sure rumors are going to start ramping up about not just Batman being cast, but all kinds of different characters in the DCU, especially with the movies that are coming out sooner rather than later. What do you think? Do you think Brandon Sklenar would be a good fit to play Batman? Is there another actor you'd like to see play Batman over him? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time.